Hi friends, welcome back. So in this video I will be discussing if you have a huge bugs backlog, then how will you deal as a software tester or as a software lead or as a test manager. This is the interview question normally they will be asking in most of our testing interview. Then how will we answer this question is very crucial here. So in order to handle or in order to deal, if you have a huge backlog, we need to follow various steps in tackling this issue. So we will go one by one. One is again the prioritization of our defects or bugs based on the severity or impact or criticality. If we do that, then we will be only fixing or prioritizing the critical one or high severity one. Then our life becomes very easy if we do fixing in those aspects. And the second one is again we should define the clarity on priority criteria as well. We cannot just blindly, we can just follow certain way of prioritization. If you work with the various stakeholders and based on the various criteria such as impact on the users, frequency of occurrence and the business impact, prioritize the effects, that would becomes very easy job for us. And the next one is we should always have a realistic targets. In order to set the right target in order to defect fixing, that would really help the development team and testing team to deliver in a better, in a optimized way. Otherwise, if you do not put a right target which is not achievable, then we will keep missing the deadlines and we may not be able to meet our goal in clearing the backlog. And we can also bring in or create a defect bug triage process as well. Here we are trying to bring a new processes where we are going to have a regular connect with the development team and other stakeholders to talk about various bugs and defects which are having high criticalness. We will go with all the defect list and we will be prioritizing by assessing each and every bugs and we will be assigning to the respective development team to get the resolution. That is the key thing here. And also by assigning the right ownership is also very key here, because accountability is very important and accountability in fixing those bugs in a quicker time is also very important. Hence it is always assigning the right ownership is very crucial. Otherwise, if we keep doing to and fro of blaming each other, this has to fix by this team or that team, then we will be wasting a lot of time and we may not be able to clear the huge backlog as well. And we have to keep evaluating the low priority bugs as well. Sometime what happens with sometime those bugs which are no more necessary to fix or which may not be relevant as well. If we are keep evaluating certain defects like that, definitely we can close or we can move the irrelevant defects for the future releases or which is of not relevant, then we can close it as well. And we should also look on dealing with the root cause analysis. Sometimes what happens, there are certain kinds of defects or certain category of defects are keep repeating or reoccurring more often, and we want to do root cause analysis to see why that kind of defects are coming too often. What is the issue? Is there any issue with the development team, or this feature is not being tested thoroughly, or what is the root cause behind it? If you do that kind of analysis, definitely it helps us to clear backlog as quickly as possible, because we know which area is having a problem and based on that we can put more prioritization on those areas. And as well as implementing a bug tracking system by tracking and which will be visible for all the stakeholders to track efficiently, so that we can clear our backlog as quickly as possible. And as well as we have to keep communicating very thoroughly, transparently, efficiently across various stakeholders regarding our overall progress of our clearing the backlogs, timelines and any changes in the bug priority that needs to be tracked effectively, so that every stakeholder will be on the same page in terms of the clearing of this defect backlog. And again, the automation also going to be adding lot of value, because to expedite our test execution, definitely automation help us to execute the repetitive test in a quicker manner. And again, scheduling a bug fix sprint is really a value addition for especially if you are following agile methodology, where we will be having a separate sprint altogether post development cycle we can keep allocating that sprint just for clearing the defect backlog. And balancing the bug fixing with the new development is also very crucial. Sometimes we cannot focus all our effort in only defect fixing. We should also concentrate on the new features as well. That is also key whenever we are planning defect backlog fixing. That is also we have to keep in mind whenever we are planning. And we should also leverage different agile methodologies or agile best practices to see how can we effectively plan the sprint planning for fixing this defect backlog as well. And encouraging collaboration is also very key because we have to work closely with cross teams like development, BAs, documentation team, Scrum teams and testing team and so on, so that we can have a more communication. That means definitely we can get the bugs addressed as quickly as possible. As when we clearing the bug backlog, we should recognize or celebrate the achievement so that it improves the team morale or team motivation as well. And we should keep improving our processes and practices on the go, and as well as we progress, definitely if we follow all these different methods, definitely we can clear our defect backlog or bug backlog as quickly as possible.